Hello. What is going on, everybody? I am AkumaNexus, bringing you guys here an erase and review. I'm usually 2 days late on these, but I just want to see if you guys will still want to hear my thoughts on them, and you only don't watch these type of videos just because they come out the same day. Don't miss these on purpose. It's just a lot's going on. So if you're enjoying the video, of course, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and let's get on with the video. I also love to hear your comments and feedbacks down in the comments down below. But it's the teacher. Guys, we've unanimously decided that it is the teacher, and there's so much evidence as to how it is a teacher. There was a scene where he was in the car and he goes into the glove department where apparently there's like some type of like paper that's slipping out, and he pulls out and a lot of candy falls out, right? Now, in between this candy, there was a bag of cloth. Something that you put over someone's mouth with chloroform and they pass out. It's like a kidnapping material. Look about it. A creepy teacher who's not married, who has boxes and boxes and boxes of candy in his compartment drawer. And he claims to use it to forget about smoking, when really that's not possible. You know how people are so hooked onto smoking, they need to take like nicotine or something else to actually get unhooked by it. They can't get addicted to something else in order to forget about it. At least from what I know. Maybe it's possible, but from what I know, it does not seem like it's possible at all. So it's just like, what the hell? What are you doing? I don't think that's legit. And evidence too, right? Second evidence as well is the fact that when all the boxes were gone in the designated area that Satoru went to, and Kyle, the little bus, he told him prior, before all that stuff was gone, he told him that he hid Kyle at the bus where the hockey team played, and he hid her there. Quote, the victim was there, Kyle, and that exact same night, this killer was there, and he left, his boxes on boxes. There was their boxes, but he left his box there, right? And when they opened his box, they found like rope, duct tape, all this stuff to use as kidnap, right? It gets worse. He told him that that's where they hid, or that's where their location was of hiding. Now, I feel like he only removed the rest of the boxes to make it look like the hockey team moved all the boxes and not him, The hockey team may have quote unquote accidentally taken that box, and that's what he wanted to make it look like, right? But I did hate feels, and Kyle's mom actually came to realization that what she's doing to her daughter is what men did to her. Kyle's mom was physically abused by every single guy that she's dated. More along the husband. I wouldn't say every guy, it was her husband, that she was being physically abused by her husband. I'm not talking about physically abused. I'm talking about this nigga was killing her. Oh my God. He was like beating her with an umbrella, hitting her with her bare hands. She was just being physically abused. She was being beaten the crap out of. And this was not good on her, because then this led for her to betray her daughter's trust and betray her daughter, and therefore to physically abuse her daughter, which is Kayo. Then Kayo was being physically abused only because the mother was using Kayo in a way to vent out her pain. There is no excuse at all to what Kayo's mom did, and it is completely unforgivable. Though her reasons make sense, regardless of what her actions didn't make sense, the reasons why she's doing it is making sense. Like, it all ties in together making sense. But it does not make sense to viably, hit her own daughter constantly. You can see in the flashback, she hits her so hard across the face, blood splurts out from like her nose and mouth onto the ground. Like, I'm talking about a massive amount of blood. There is completely unforgivable what Kyle's mom did, and I would do the exact same thing that all the other authorities did, and I would have not forgiven her. But of course, her mom came through. Kyle's mom's name is Akemi. Whack ass name. But her mom forgives her, and her mom takes full custody of Kyle. Therefore, now at this very given moment, Kyle's life is at ease. She is assured to live peacefully, who knows, happily, but peacefully, and she will have a long life. And when, Satoru goes back into the future, she will most likely be alive. So he essentially now saved their life, and now you have two other people that to save their lives. Torami, I forget her name. One of them is in his class, and then like one of them in his class, one of the friend group, a girl, one of the friend groups, and then the other one is from a different elementary school, and he's constantly been rambling inside of his head how he's gonna talk to her, how he's gonna approach her, what he's gonna do, etc., you know? And I was just like, why don't you just do exactly what you did to Kyle? Just go up to her and speak, because Kyle was the most quietest girl ever, and obviously he never went up to Kyle like that. It took him a while, but he did, you know, because he knew the outcome of what was gonna happen to Kyle. But I feel like he did this more along for Kyle than he will do for the other girls, because of the fact that the other girls are not being physically abused by their parents, to whereas Kyle was being physically abused by her parents. So Kyle really had it rough. She was quiet, had no friends at school, was being physically abused by her mom, was about to be dead, and this is also going to get his friend Yuki into jail, you know, for unlogical reasons that he did not cause. So he had much more on the line for Kyle in her life than he did for these two. So there, of course, though of course that Yuki still could go to jail if these two die, because you'll still get the blame, as he is known to hang around one of these girls, one of the classmates, one of these girls. She sees him a lot, so he will still go to jail for that, which is why he's working towards this one more. And it looks as though this one likes him. She's got a small crush on him. She grabs his hand and everything. She's got a small crush on him. That little blonde boy, I still don't like this boy. He's wanting to know way too much, but I'm telling you, in the car, when, you know, Satoru was with his mom, and his mom was, you know, passed out, and he pulled out this piece of paper and brought out all of these pieces of candies. There was a brag cloth there, I'm telling you. And there's so much amount of candy, the boxes being gone, the teacher now being knowing where the bus and all that stuff was. I'm telling you, they're setting it up to be the teacher, and he didn't say it. And I was actually very happy they didn't end this episode off on a cliffhanger, but I promise you on my life that it actually is a teacher. Now, what do you guys think? I'd love to know what you think down in the comments down below. But that is just gonna be for this video. So if you have anything else you want to feel free to say in the comments section, by all means do so. I am AkumaNexus. Thank you for watching. Sub if you are not, and I'll catch you all later.